Yeah, okay, thank you.
Once upon 12th night, or what you will, aboard a ship bound home to Messalane, dined a festive company dressed for masquerade. Above the rest, the company delighted in the talented antics of two young twins, a sister and brother from Messalane.
A cruel storm forced their vessel from its course, and now it strikes upon emerged rocks, doomed and sinking. Brother and sister, orphaned since their father's death, have but themselves alone in all the world. The deep currents and the sinking bark above them divide what naught has ever kept apart.
Viola, the fair sister, and the poor survivors reached an alien shore from Messalene with this country is at war. But alas, her beloved twin, Sebastian, was nowhere to be seen. So listen please to the tale we tell, with the hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Yes, merry or sad, which shall it be? For the rain it do raineth every day.
country. Friends, who's this?
This is Illyria, lady.
Is Illyria? And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, his soul is in Elysium. Perchance he's not drowned?
My lady Viola, it is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. Sebastian! Sebastian! Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place. The war between the merchants here and ours has given us plenty argument. We should not be discovered in this place.
Aye, madam. Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh and murmur. As ye know, what great ones do the lesser prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia. Hide yourselves!
Here she comes, sad lady, she's lost her brother dear. Watch her grieving sadly, she'll not recover, we fear. See her gray eyes weeping underneath black veils. She's the Lady Olivia, and grief is leaving her frail. Since her father died last year, her brother's her only kin. Now without his loving arms, her heart will die within. As the dismal days go by, she'll never rise again. Near to greet the light of day, her heart will die within.
Who is she?
Fair Olivia, the daughter of the count that died some 12 months since, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, so I might weep with her until mine own occasions were mellowed.
As the lady gives audience to no one, refusing to admit all kinds of suits, not just the
Then
duke's.
prithee I shall serve the Duke.
Alas, lady, no woman may approach his court.
I prithee, conceal me what I am, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Be my aid and help me don Sebastian's clothes, for such disguises haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this Duke. Thou shalt present me as a young page to him. That will allow me the very worth of service. What else may have the time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence unto my wit.
Be you his young man, and your mute I'll be.
Thank thee, sir.
Ruled a duke named Orsino, who pined for the love of fair lady. Her name was Olivia, but she loved him not, so the duke wrapped himself in deep sorrow. But soon came a fair maid to Orsino's court, disguised as a man, her long hair cut short. She was presented to the duke as Cesario. Act 1, Scene 2. At the Duke Orsino's palace doth begin. The duke grieves over his unrequited love for the fair lady Olivia.
If be no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. In that instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, e'er since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
Please, my lord, I may not be admitted, but from her handmaid, please do return this message. The element itself, till 7 years he shall not behold her face at ample view. But like a cloistress, she will veiled walk a brother's dead love, and keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath the heart of such fine frame, to pay this debt of love, but to a brother, how will she love, when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? Away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
Ho, Cesario! You are to be much advanced. If the Duke continues his favor towards you, he hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you should call into question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
Oh no, believe me.
I thank you. Ah, here comes the Duke.
Well now, Cesario, ho?
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
Stand you while aloof, Cesario. Thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her, be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou hast audience.
Sure, my noble lord. If she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with the discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years. That say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Rubius. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblant of woman's part. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Heavy heart, for now she loveth Duke Orsino. Will true love winneth or lose? For the rain, it doth raineth every day. Act 1, Scene 3, doth begins in the fair Lady Olivia's kitchen, where Sir Toby plots to defraud poor Sir Andrew of money to use for his own debauchery. Toby leads on his foolish friend in a hapless suit for his niece's hand. To Olivia's house now we shall go, with the hey, he ho, the wind and the rain.
brother thus. I am sure care's an enemy to life.
Oh, by my troth, Sir Toby. You must come in earlier o' nights. Your young niece, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours. You must learn to confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? Why, I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in. These boots be too. And they be not. Let them hang themselves in their own straps.
This quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight she brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Draggy Cheek?
He.
Why, he's as tall a man as any's in Illyria.
Oh, what's that to the purpose?
Why, he makes 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year and all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal. Moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking else to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. Why, he's a coward and a coitler who will not drink to my niece. Ah, here comes Sir Andrew Agueface now.
Sir Toby Belch. How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Ah, bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What, sir?
My niece's chambermaid.
Ah, good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Ah, good Mistress Mary Accost.
Oh, knight, you're mistaken. Accost means to front her, board her, woo her, assail.
Why, my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Oh, when did we see thee so put down?
Knight, thou lackest a cup of canary.
Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian, or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I do believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi tonight?
What is pourquoi? Do or do not? I would I have bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, and I would follow the art.
Back then he had an excellent head of hair.
But it becomes me well. Does it not?
Excellent, it hangs like flax on a distaff.
I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll nut me. Even the Duke himself here hard by wounds her.
She'll none of the Duke. She'll not much above her degree, whether it be in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. There's a life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a man of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together. Faith, but I can cut a caper.
And I can cut a mutton to it.
Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus! That's sides and hearts!
No, it's legs and thighs. No, let me see the caper. Higher! Higher! Come, sweet Maria, join the fun.
Liars can fool you, costumes beguile you. Don't let them trick you, fools can be taught. Better be leery, deceit is dreary. Trickery, ripping apart the plot. We sing a song of the lies they have told and love foretold. We sing a song of their scheming so bold. Of deception so bold and love foretold. and gentlemen, travels in our tale from bad to worse. Will true love winneth or love be cursed? Act 1, Scene 4, doth begins in the Lady Olivia's garden, where the fair lady doth meet and is most smitten by Cesario, the Duke's handsome and young emissary. Viola sadly carried the Duke's words of love to Olivia with a heavy heart, for she herself had fallen in love with the Duke Orsino. Yet her fair words had moved Olivia's heart, but alas not how she or the Duke Orsino had intended, for Olivia was oblivious to Viola's true identity.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or Our Lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He who is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Yet you will be hanged, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you?
May a good hanging prevent a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out.
Peace, you rogue. No more of that. Here comes my lady now. Make your excuses wisely, you were best.
Wit, pray do thy will. Put me into good fooling. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away?
Oh my goodness!
Did you not hear? Take away the lady.
How dare you, sir? You cannot insult the lady of this estate with impunity.
What rudeness hath appeared in you, lout, to speak thus to your mistress?
Oh, what folly, sirrah! Away, rogue. My lady is too kind. Your rudeness has no remedy, fool! Go to. You are dry, fool. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give a dry fool drink, then is the fool no longer dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself, then the man is no longer dishonest. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell,
Oh, you exceed rudeness with this profanation.
Vile creature! Mistress, this man is a demon. I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
More to the fool, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
Oh no, my lady! God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing of your folly. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it. What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Madam, I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, there is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail. See, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it?
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman.
From the Duke Orsino, is it?
I know not, but 'tis a fair young gentleman and well attired.
Oh, mistress, how wonderful! Did Maria say a fair young man? Fetch him off, Malvolio. If it be suit from the Duke, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. By my honor, Festi, who could be at the gate, old fool?
Perchance a young gentleman desiring to speak with my lady.
Madam, yonder young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, madam? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
How disappointing!
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. He is very well favored and speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
It sounds like the very perfection of a man.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls. Festi, prithee, leave the ladies.
Nay, sweet minstrel, indulge me please with thy sweet music.
My pleasure, my lady.
Come, Maria, help me with my veil, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides the fact that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it, and 'tis poetical.
Oh, a poet is he? Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am. Not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Here, this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the very heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and as I said, 'tis poetical.
A poet is he?
And a fair young gentleman, too.
Indeed, the fairest I have ever seen.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Give us this place alone. We will hear this divinity.
Oh, no! Thou hast wounded us most grievously, my lady.
Sweet minstrel, wilt thou abide with me still?
My lady, in faith, I will stay.
Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I've read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present, 'tis it not well done?
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item 2 lips, indifferent red. Item 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth.
Were you sent hither to praise me? I see what you are. You are too proud, but if you are the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you are crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and in the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He may have took his answer long ago.
If I loved you in my master's flame, such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loudly, even in the dead of night.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortune, and yet my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Very well, I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortune, and yet my state as well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast, soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfection with an invisible and yet subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not tell him I'll none of it, desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that same youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hide thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, fear to find mine eye, too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, for ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Sing us a song of love's cruel deceit. It creeps into young souls when two hearts meet. No matter what you try, your love won't keep. For true love and passions are reason's defeat. For true love and passions are reason's defeat. Sing us a song of love's blinding power. There's no happy ending, all have turned sour, only to perish like a delicate flower. For true love and passions are reason's defeat. For true love and passions are reason's defeat. Sing us a song of love gone to waste, as it does so often when love's misplaced. When winsome young lovers pledge with great haste, for true reason's defeat. For true love and passions are reason's defeat.
With her deceit, Viola had moved Olivia's heart, and with a ruse, she now wished the youth back. Malvolio played his part in Olivia's intrigue, and wishing to please the lady, hurried after Cesario with the ring. When the youth refused it, Malvolio tossed it, believing the youth too proud to take back his own property. With a sudden chill, Viola knelt to the ground to retrieve it. Knowing what it meant, she clutched it to her breast.
She murmured, "Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness." And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. O time, thou must untangle this. Not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie. Our tale now becomes more complicated as Maria, Sir Toby, and Sir Andrew join forces in a brilliant plot to shame and humiliate the unfortunate Malvolio.
Ladies and gentlemen, Act 2, Scene 1 doth now commence in the Lady Olivia's kitchen, where Sir Toby's dire machinations will soon unfold.
Alas, Sir Andrew, not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes.
I know! To be up late is to be up late!
Thou's a scholar! Therefore, let us eat and drink. Maria, I say, a stub of wine.
Ah! Here comes Festi and Duke's minstrels. Ife.
How now, my hearts?
Come, here's sixpence for you. Let us have a song.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song! A love song!
Aye, I care not for good life.
Oh, how those words be likely to come true.
Mistress mine, where are you going? Oh, stay and hear your true love is coming. That can sing both high and low. That can sing both high and low.
good man. You have earned your sixpence.
Quite.
To hear by the nose is dulcet and contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl on a catch that will draw 3 souls from one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me, let's do it! I am a dog and a catch.
By Our Lady, sir, and some dogs catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight, or I will be constrained into it to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I have constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Are we not politicians? And 3 merry men be we!
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Am I not? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley lady, there dwelt a man in Babylon. Lady!
Beshrew me the night of admirable fooling.
He does it well enough if he be disposed. And so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December!
Oh, of God, peace.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have ye no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers? At this time of night, is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
Oh, we did keep time, sir. In our dresses. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it should please you to take leave of her, my lady is very willing to bid you farewell.
Oh, farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
Oh, is it even so?
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this. Uncivil rule, she shall know of it by this hand.
Oh, go shake your ears.
'Twere a good a deed as to drink when a man's a hungry, to challenge him to the field, then to break prongs with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Patience, good Sir Toby, for Monsieur Malvolio. Let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nayword and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us! Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What? For being a Puritan? The exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistle of love, for I can write very much like my lady, and on a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think, from the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
Oh, 'twill be admirable, sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third. Where he finds the letter, observe his construction of it. But for tonight, to bed and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
For me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Come, to bed, knight. Thou hast need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
And I do not. Never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, I will go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come.
This is indeed a tale of miracles, a tale most worthy of canticles. Our plot takes a most unexpected turn when Viola's brother, Sebastian, is thrust back from the sea. Amazingly, the dashing sea pirate Antonio saved him. But alas, Sebastian still weeps, mourning for his beloved kin. He does not know that his twin sister is still alive. Act 2, Scene 2, takes place on a lonely strip of beach on the coast of Illyria, where Antonio and Sebastian plan to meet in secret. But listen, here they come now.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave, so I may bear my evils alone. 'Twould be a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. Yet I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you would not extort from me that which I am willing to keep in. Therefore, you must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, that which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him, as myself, his sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, so it would have ended. But you, sir, altered that. For an hour before you pulled me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, sir, and though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. Yet I cannot with such estimable wonder over far believe that. Thus far, I shall boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned now in the salt water, yet I fear I drown her remembrance with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Forgive me your trouble, kind Antonio.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and yet I find myself so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Duke Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I would very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario. But that piece of song, that old antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than the light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
They are not here, so please your lordship that should sing it.
Who was it?
It was the minstrels, my lord, the ones that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. They are about the house.
Seek them out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, how dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly, my life upon't. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is't?
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For Women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so. To die, even when they to perfection grow.
My lord, the minstrels.
Oh, minstrels, come! The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain, and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old adage.
Thank thee, kind sir. We would be most honored to entertain you. But that lament most sadly overpours with despairing feelings, and is most certain to darken thy mood. May we not offer our Lord another brighter song to elevate thy spirit, sire?
I know. None other suits my soul. Prithee, Festi, play ye with the minstrels.
Come away, come away, death, and incense cypress, let me be laid. Fly away, breath, fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. Not a friend, not a friend, greet my poor corpse, where my bones shall be thrown. A thousand sights to see, lay me o'er sad, true lovers never find my grave to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. We take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay for thy pleasure then. Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now, melancholy God protect all of thee, and the tailor make thy doublets of changeable taffeta, for thy minds are a very opal. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide a beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I, oh Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man as it might be. Perhaps were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love and let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed upon her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed?
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and All the brothers too, and yet I know not. Shall I to this lady, sir?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place. Bide no denay.
Of lonely hunger, do the songbirds sing while I cry? Does the sunshine ever wonder why my true love never replies? You left me sad and lonely, many futile tears did I cry, like a rose most unfairly plucked too soon and cast off to die. While the tempests roar around me, I am trapped in this lonely shell. Since the day cruel love did find me, I have been doomed to live in hell. No more daybreak shall I enjoy. To your heart, sir, I will send them, and to furies I'll employ to remind you that my hope's destroyed. Sir, I will send them to remind you that my hope's destroyed. To your heart, sir, I will send them to remind you that my hope's destroyed. Such travesty, such despair. Indeed, there is more to come. For in fair Olivia's garden, our daft conspirators now prepare to hatch their cruel plot on dour Malvolio. They are completely assured that Malvolio's blatant vanity will ensnare him, making him a most willing victim to their ingenious plot. Oh, what fools we mortals be!
Come thy way, Sir Knight. If I miss a moment, I may be boiled to death with melancholy. Wouldst thou not be glad to have the niggardly rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he tried to bring me out of favor with my lady about my bear baiting.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we'll fool him black and blue. Shall we not?
And we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Ah, here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder, in the sun, practicing behaviors to his own shadow for the past half hour. Observe him, for the love of mockery, for I know this letter shall make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of jesting, and lie thou there, for here comes the trap that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard her come thus near that, should she fancy it should be one of my complexion. What should I think on that?
Ah, he's an overweening rogue.
Glad I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Rogue!
Pistol him, pistol him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
For a stone, Bode. Hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my rancid velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
And then to have the humor of state telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs. 2 for my kinsman Toby.
Boats and shuttles.
Several of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown for a while, and perchance wine nipple watch will play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, courtesies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does Toby not take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
And besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
Oh, what employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin. Oh, peace. In the spirit of humor, intimate, reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes her great P's. It is in contempt of question, my lady's hand. To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by your leave, wax, soft, and the impressure of her lucrease with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be? Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. The number's altered, no man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio?
Ha! Mary! Hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke, my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. But what should this alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I. M! Why Malvolio? Why, that begins my name. Every one of these letters are in my name. Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve! In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. The opposite with the kinsmen, surly with servants. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I shall be point devise, the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars, and I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove, my stars, be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee, Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I could marry this wench for this device.
Ah, so can I too?
And ask no other dowry of her but such another jest.
Nor I neither. Ah, here comes my noble goal catcher.
Shall I play my freedom at traitor and become thy bond slave?
Your faith, or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
If you will see the fruit of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, friend. Is thy lady within?
Come, sir, my lady is within. I will construe to her whence you came, who you are, and what you would with my lady.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir?
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are. And I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece desires you should enter. Should your trade be to her?
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, may the heavens rain odors on you.
Ah, that youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors well.
My matter hath no voice but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. Ah, I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden doors be shut and leave me to my hearing.
Oh no!
But my lady, you must needs yield to reason and not be alone with this gentleman.
Oh yes, indeed. You need us.
Good sir, wilt thou protect my virtue?
My lady, in faith I will stay.
Then you may all safely leave, ladies. Give me your hand, sir.
It is my duty, madam. My most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. You are the servant to Duke Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and so his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bade you never speak of him again. But would you undertake another suit? I would rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment you did hear a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself? My servant, and I fear me, you, underneath your hard construction, I must sit to force that on you, in a shameful cunning. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love!
No, not agrees, for 'tis a vulgar truth that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you think you are not what you are.
Well, if I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better that I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Cesario, by roses of spring, by maidhood honor, by truth and everything, I love thee so, that maugre in all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, or thou perhaps mayest move thy heart, which now abhors to like his love.
Olivia's blatant wooing of the young Cesario drove Sir Andrew into a state of jealous anger, dampening the outrageous glee he had enjoyed at the expense of the piteous Malvolio.
Meanwhile, in another part of Illyria, there came another young man who greatly resembled Viola, and for a good reason. He was her lost twin Sebastian, who had himself been rescued and befriended by the brave Captain Antonio, whose prior exploits had earned him the enmity of the Duke Orsino.
I would not, by my will, have troubled you. But since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. Being skilless in these parts, which, to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and inhospitable.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make, but thanks, and ever thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight, against the Duke his galley I did some service, of such note indeed, that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, is best to lodge. There shall you have me.
I shall remember.
To the Elephant.
No, Faith! I'll stay not a jot longer! Thy reason, dear Venom! Give thy reason!
Yes, you must needs yield your reason, good Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors for Orsino's young man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard. She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. Why, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. Challenge me the Duke's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places, and my niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand. Let it be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Let there be gall enough in thy ink.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call it the cubicolo. We'll go!
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon gull, Malvolio, is turned heathen, a very renegado. He is in yellow stockings
and cross-garter.
Most villainously, he doth obey every point to the letter I dropped to betray him. And he smiles his face into more lines than the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. I know my lady will strike him, and if she does, he will smile and take it as a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
Maria, I beseech thee. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He is coming, madame, but in a very strange manner. For sure, he is possessed.
Why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madame, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship is best to have some guard about you when he comes, for sure, the man is tainted in his wits.
How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho, ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion. Dear Lord, Madam, he must rave. Why, I've never seen him smile.
Oh, he's possessed. Indeed, my lady, methinks he does prove himself a grave danger.
Ladies and faith, the Lord shall protect his faithful lamb.
Sad lady. Why, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that?
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come into my hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, my sweet, and I'll come to thee.
He's completely mad.
He is indeed possessed.
Fate comforts thee. Why dost thou smile and kiss thy hand so oft?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrown.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stockings?
and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered? Why, this is very midsummer madness.
'Tis madness.
Thou art mad, Malvolio. Our Lady doth hate the sight of yellow
Madame, the young gentleman of the Duboisinos is returned. I could hardly entreat him back, but he does attend your ladyship's pleasures.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry. Good sir, wilt thou accompany me?
Aye, my lady.
Oh, do you come near me now? No was man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. Let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, what can be said? Everything adheres together. Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Here he is! Here he is! How is it with you, sir? How is it with you?
Oh, go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you, Sir Toby? My lady bids you have care of him.
Does she so?
If this were played upon a stage now, I would condemn it as an improbable fiction. His very genius hath taken the infection of this device.
Nay, pursue him, lest the device take air and taint. Why, we shall make him mad indeed. The house will be quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance.
More matter for a May morning. Here's my challenge. Read it. Warrant it has vinegar and pepper.
Is't so saucy.
Is't I warrant him. Do but read.
Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief. But too exceeding good senseless.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain. Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend. As thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy.
If this move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may soon have fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with your niece, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. As soon as thou seest him, draw! And as thou drawest, swear horrible, for it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath and a swaggering accent sharply twanged off gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have earned him.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now I will not deliver this letter. I will deliver his indignation by word of mouth. Set upon Aguchique notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will most aptly receive it, in a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so drive them both that they will kill each other by the look, like cockatrices.
Quick, here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he departs, and then presently after them.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a child.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid my honor to uncherry out. Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Most illustrious patrons of the theater, and I'm not talking about you poor audience members in the peanut gallery. Act 3, Scene 4 will now commence in the streets outside of the Lady Olivia's mansion, where the cowardly cad, Sir Toby Belch, hath cunningly planned a vicious sword fight between the sadly challenged Sir Andrew and the Duke's young man, Cesario.
Save thee!
And you, sir?
That defense thou hast. Betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, be in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and dead.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel with me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you.
I pray you, what is he?
He's a very devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies he hath divorced 3, and his incensement at this moment is So implacable that satisfaction can be none but by the pangs of death.
I am no fighter. I've heard of some kind of men who will put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Feel like there's a man of that quirk. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of this knight what my offense to him is, for it is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. And will you? Madam, stay you by this gentleman until my return.
I pray you, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk to him? I'll make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it, for I am one who would rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil! I have not seen such a virago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the stuck-in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable.
Pops on it! I'll not know him!
Aye, but he will not now be pacified. Maria can scarce hold him yonder. Stand here, I'll make the motion. Make a good show of it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. There's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. For such a little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there is no remedy. He will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you, but he has promised me as he's a gentleman and a soldier. He will not hurt you. Come, do it!
Pray God he keep his oath. I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
This young man have done offense, I take the blame on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir, why? Where are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you've heard him brag to you he will.
Hey, if you mean Undertaker, then I am for you.
Prithee, sir, hold! I'm going to do its bar.
I'll be with you anon.
I pray you, sir, put up your sword.
Very I will, sir. And I promise you will defend my word.
Guardsmen, dismount! This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Duke Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though you wear no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you.
Come, sir, away. I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile an idol proves this God thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, and the beauteous evil are empty trunks o'erflourished by the devil himself.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Guardsmen, remount.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believe himself. so do not I. Prove true, imagination. Prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty shows in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him.
A coward! A most devout coward and religious in it. Slid all after him and beat him again!
Do cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not!
Come, we shall see the event. I dare lay any money, for 'twill be nothing yet.
Before Viola could better comprehend the meaning of Antonio's words, he is taken from her. Immediately thereafter, the Lady Olivia sent Festi to fetch Cesario back to her. Festi did not need travel far, for he quickly spotted who he mistakenly thought was Cesario, approaching Olivia's garden. Festi insisted that he attend to the lady straight away.
Will you make me believe that I was not sent for you?
Go to! Thou art a foolish fellow, let me be clear of thee.
Well, out of faith, no, I don't know you, nor was I not sent for you by my lady to bid you to come speak with her. Nor is your name not Master Cesario, nor is this not my nose. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou know'st not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard a word that some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid of this great lubber that the world will come to prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness. And what shall I vent to my lady? Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If thou tarry any longer, I shall give you worse payment.
Now, sir! Have I met you again? There's for you!
Why, there's for thee! And there, for all the people mad.
Hold, sir! Throw that nigger in the house!
I will go tell my lady straight. No, you would not be in your coat for 2 pence.
Come, sir! Hold!
Nay, let him alone! I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any non-Lyria, though I struck him first.
I will be free from thee.
Come, sir, I will not let you go! Come, my young soldier, put up your iron! Ah, you're well fleshed! Come on!
Let go thy hand. What wouldst thou? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy own sword.
Oh, what? Then I must have an ounce or two of this malignant blood from you!
Hold to me! On thy life I charge thee! Hold! Will it be ever thus? Ungracious wretch! Fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves, where manners never were preached! Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, come with me into the house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this.
What relish is this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream? Yet fancy still my sense in lead steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh joy, say so and so be!
be granted. Seasons pass and time moves on. Will love last or soon be gone? To fade into the darkness and leave with the dawn.
O most joyous day! Fair love at last has found fair lady. Twice. And the last is surely true for both the Lady Olivia and her fair Sebastian. But who shall relish in their dream? Who shall live all their days in the deepest happiness? Or is it but a dream or some madness? You shall choose what it shall be.
But alas, to flip the coin, Maria's jest with Malvolio now taketh a cruel and bitter turn. Claiming the steward mad, our astute pranksters have locked him away in the potting shed of Olivia's garden. They send Festi, disguised as a priest, to visit the poor Malvolio. Whilst he be in prison, they take their boisterous pleasure in poor Malvolio's most sad conditions.
I prithee, put on this gown, and make him believe thou art Sir Topas the curate. Do it quickly, I will fetch Sir Toby whilst.
Well, I'll put it on and I will dissemble myself in it. And I would I were to be the first to ever dissemble myself in such a gown. I'm not tall enough to be the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby. As the old hermit of Prague, who never saw pen and ink, very witly said to a niece of King Gorbadak, that is it. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and these but these?
To him, Sir Topas!
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
Who calls there?
Why, Sir Topas the curate, come to speak with Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topas, good Sir Topas, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend, how vexest thou? Talketh nothing but of ladies.
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topas never was a man thus wronged. Good Sir Topas, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Silence, honest man! Saith that this house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topas!
Madman, thou errest, I say, there's no darkness, but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
But I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell, and I say never was a man thus abused. I am no more mad than you.
Fare thee well. Remain still in hideous darkness.
Sir Topas, Sir Topas!
My most exquisite Sir Topas!
Thou mightest have done without the gown. He sees thee not.
To him! In thine own voice, bring me word of how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of knavery. If it may be conveniently delivered, I would he were, for I am so far in offense with my niece that I cannot carry with any safety this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does.
Fool!
She's unkind, petty.
Fool!
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
She loves another.
Good fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle, pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, how you fell beside your 5 wits.
Fool, there was never a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, then you are mad indeed, if you have no more wits than a fool.
They have here profited me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Besides what you say, the minister is here. heaven to restore thee. Endeavor thyself to sleep and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Satobus!
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topus. Marry, sir, I will.
Fool, I say!
Alas, be patient, what say you, sir? I am shy from speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and paper. I tell thee I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
I will fetch thee light and paper, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I will never believe a madman till I see his brain. I will fetch thee light and paper.
Stop.
While the incarcerated Malvolio bemoans his tragic fate, true love hath indeed reached full bloom. Remarkable, despite the brevity of the time he has known her, Sebastian has become completely smitten with the Lady Olivia, who, in return, adores the handsome Sebastian and is most eager to make the ultimate commitment.
This is the air. That's the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, and you feel it and see it. Though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I did not find him with the elephant, yet there he was, and there I found this charge. He did range the town to seek me out. His wisdom now may do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my faith that this may be some error, 'tis not madness. Yet doth this accident, or flood of fortune, so far exceed all instance, all discipline, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason. That persuades me to any other trust, that either I am mad, or else the lady's mad. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. There before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. What do you say?
I will go with this good man. Having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Oh, belong you to the Lady Olivia, friend?
Aye, sir, I am some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass. So by my foes I profit on the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no. Though it would please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold. If you are willing to let your lady know I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
I will go, sir!
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
Guardman, dismount!
That face of his I do remember well. Yet, when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war.
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here, in the streets, desperate of shame and state, In private brabble did we apprehend him.
You did me kindness, sir. He drew on my side, but in conclusion, he put strange speech upon me.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness has brought thee to thy mercies, by whom so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief nor pirate, though I confess, on base and ground enough, an enemy of Duke Orsino. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side. From the rude seas, enraged and foamy mouth, did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did there to add my love, without retention or restraint, drew to defend him when he was beset.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night do we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. No heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. For 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon.
Cesario, you do not keep promise with me?
Madam.
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario?
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel, my lady.
Still so constant, my lord?
What a perverseness, you uncivil lady! To whose ingrate and unauspicious altars, my soul the faithfulst offerings hath breathed out that air devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even would it please, my lord, that shall become him.
But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly. Him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, despite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund apt and willingly to do you rest. 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love more than I love these eyes. More than my life. More. By all mores than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I be detested. How I am beguiled.
Who does beguile you? Who does you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario. Husband!
Husband?
I husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sir.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence, here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What dost thou know hath newly passed between this youth and me?
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function, since when my watch has told me. Toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
What?
He says he just married them!
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Farewell and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear! Hold little faith! Thou hast too much fear!
For the love of God! A surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
He has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb. For the love of God, your help! I had rather than 40 pound I wore at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
God's lifelings, here he is! You broke my head across for nothing! And that I did, I was set upon to do it by Sir Toby!
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you.
If a bloody coxcomb be hurt, then you have hurt me. I think you set nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Ah, here comes Sir Toby halting. Had he not been in drink, he would have tickled you to other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen? How is't with you?
It's all one. Has hurt me. And here's the end to it. Sought to see the surgeon. Sought.
Oh, he's drunk. Sir Toby, an hour gone. Had his eyes set at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Then he's a rogue and a passy measures pen. But I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him! Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead, a coxcomb, and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed, and let his hurts be looked to.
I am sorry, madam. I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been a brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit or safety. Forgive me, even for the vows we made so late ago.
One face. One voice. One habit. And two persons. A natural perspective that isn't is not.
Antonio! Oh, kind Antonio! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Hearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple, cleft in two, is not more twin than these creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor could it be some deity of my nature, of here or everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What name? What countryman? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So when he suited to his watery tomb, if spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed, yet of that dimension grossly clad, from which the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest are even, I would my tear let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
As did mine.
and died that day, and Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
That record is lively in my memory, for on that day he did finish his mortal act was my sister, 13.
I've nothing left to make us happy both but this, my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me, till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola, which to confirm I'll bring you to a captain in this town where lie my maiden's weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble duke.
I am sorry, madam. You have been mistook, but nature and her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor, by my life, are you deceived, for you're contracted both to a maid and a man that love you very much, and forever so.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shouldst never love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear. And all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
Alas, the captain who first brought me on shore hath my maid's garments. He is on some action now on Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and a follower of my lady's.
Aye, fetch me Malvolio hither, and yet alas now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract, a most extracting frenzy from mine own. My remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madame, he holds Beelzebub at the stay's end, as any man in his case may do. Has he written a letter to you saying that you have wronged him?
Did he write this?
Aye, my lady.
See him delivered now, master fool. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on to think me, as well as a sister, as a wife, that one day shall crown an alliance on it. So please you, dear at my house, at my proper cost.
Madam, I'm most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand, and you shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister! You are she!
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, this is the same. How now, Malvolio?
Lady, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse this letter. You must not now deny it is your hand, and tell me why you have given me such clear light of your favor. Bade me come smiling and cross guards unto thee, and to put on these yellow stockings.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing.
Oh.
Though I confess, much like the character, but out of question, 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she who first told me thou wast mad. Then camest in smiling in such forms which were presupposed upon thee in the letter.
Good madame, hear me speak, and let no quarrel, nor no brawl come to taint the joy in this present hour. Most freely I inform you that Sir Toby Belch did set up the device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous act conceived against him. Maria writ the letter in Sir Toby's great insistence, and whereof he hath married her. But with such sportful malice it was followed. May you pluck on laughter than revenge.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why? Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been the most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to peace. Come, Viola, dear lady, come love to me. Now that in other habits you are seen, you are Orsino's mistress, and his fancy's queen.